Oh, welcome! Mabuhay! I'm Rama and welcome to my art space. And I'm not in my home right now, but I'm here in the Malayan Plaza in Ortigas City because I'm here on a staycation. But this video is not about my staycation, but it's about this journal. This is the Tokyo Finds Journal, which I really like. So stay tuned and let me talk about it. I got this Tokyo Finds Watercolor Journal unintentionally because I actually bought this for a workshop, which I did not expect it would not be used. But still, I see that this has good quality. Let me give the specification first. This measures about 5.5 by 8 inches. The quality of this paper is really thick and heavy because it measures 300 grams per square meter. As you can see, each page is really thick, which I believe would be perfect for watercolor, gouache, although I'm not sure for acrylics or oils. But anyway, that would be a later test. However, this is quite a bit pricey for me because it costs about 361 pesos, or that's about $6.25 as per August 3, 2024. Before I check out, because I still have a lot of time, let me do a paint test and see if the paint would bleed, which I believe it would not. But, you know, it would be good to show on video. I used gouache paints to paint one of the lampshades in the room. I find the spiral spine a bit troubling in making straight lines because they're too large. No matter how deep my outline was, it did not leave a mark on the back side of the page. This is where the real test begins. I first made an ochre underpainting. I forgot to say that the surface of the paper was not completely smooth, but it was easy to work on it. Even though I tend to wet the paper too much, it did not ruin the painting. It seemed that the paper's thickness helped in absorbing the paint and the water, being able to handle quite a large amount of moisture being placed on surface. I think the paint dried quickly on this paper despite applying a number of layers on this work. In just about 30 minutes, I was able to finish this side of the page. This is the beauty of this watercolor journal because the paint did not bleed through the backside of the page. Now, I'm going to prove how thick this paper is by painting the backside and see if it doesn't bleed again through the other side of the page. I chose my window view as my subject at the back of the page, but I intended this one as a loose painting because I had nearly no more time left to make a more detailed work. Despite being a loose painting, I put about 2 to 3 layers of paint on this work until I finished this within 15 minutes. Although the papers in this journal has a dotted guideline for peeling each page, I find it hard to peel the pages of this journal. After I peeled the page, there's an uneven edge to the side where it was peeled off. I think that's the biggest con of this journal. But as I guessed earlier, the paintings or the paint did not bleed on either side of the pages, which is a really good sign for me. That means less pages to use if you paint a lot, and that also means more paintings in a sketchbook. So you can have your painting side by side. Because I peeled that page Actually, I wanted to give that or those paintings, both of those paintings, to the Malayan staff, and I hope they would really take care of that painting. So I left a note, a thank you note, and left it in here in the lampshade. It's because I find my stay here really good. I've rested well, and also they have a lot of amenities such as the pool, which I really love. I love to swim, and I haven't swam for quite a long time. The room that I purchased actually has free breakfast included. It's a breakfast buffet, which is really, really nice. And you could also see the Ortigas skyline. I miss Ortigas because this is the place where I used to work, and I had a lot of good memories in this place. I had good friends, and they were the ones that I met yesterday. They were good friends here in the place where I used to work. And you know, we just shared good times. What I like about this hotel is that the staff is very attentive, and also I can work here. Although I think the check-in time is quite a bit late, like it's 3 p.m. I hope they would have made it earlier, like 2 p.m. It's not a 5-star hotel. I think it's a 3 or 4-star, but I would like to come back here because they had really, really good service, and because of the food. If you like this video, please click the like button, and if you're here in my channel for the first time, please subscribe and also click the bell button so you'd be notified of my future videos. Again, my name is Rema, and I hope to see you again in my next art space. Bye!
Ubi painting.